I and Pangur Ban my cat, 'tis a like task we are at. Hunting mice is his delight, hunting words I sit all night. Better far than praise of men, 'tis to sit with book and pen. Pangur bears me no ill will, he too plies his simple skill. 'Tis a merry thing to see, at our tasks how glad are we, when at home we sit and find entertainment to our mind. Oftentimes a mouse will stray into the hero Pangur's way. Oftentimes my keen thought set takes a meaning in its net. 'Gainst the wall he sets his eye, full and fierce and sharp and sly. 'Gainst the wall of knowledge I all my wisdom try. When a mouse darts from its den, oh how glad is Pangur then! Oh what gladness do I prove when I solve the doubts I love. So in peace our tasks we ply, Pangur Ban my cat and I. In our arts we find our bliss, I have mine and he has his. Practice every day has made Pangur perfect in his trade. I get wisdom day and night, turning darkness into light.
And now for the history of Pangur Ban.
Our poem is Pangur the Cat, and some information that we found was that this is an Old Irish poem that was made in the 8th century. It was written by an Irish monk in an area of Rochdale Abbey. Then some political information that we found was at the time the poem was written, Irish monasteries were being pillaged by Vikings. Vikings invaded Ireland from the 9th to 11th century. The author was an Irish refugee monk living on Rochdale Island, which was a monastery in Lake Constant in South Germany.
The cultural context of this poem includes that Pangur was a common name for cats in Old Ireland, and the word ban is Gaelic for white, meaning the cat was most likely white. Cats were not commonly kept as pets, but were more commonly kept for practical reasons, such as catching mice and being harvested for their pelts, actually. Many monasteries, however, kept an official cat used for keeping pests away from the monastery, and this cat had a keeper who was a monk designated to feeding the cat and making sure it was healthy. It is noticeable that most Irish verse is sorrowful, and Pangur Ban is an exception to this rule. The religious context of this poem, aside from the fact that it was written by a monk in a monastery, includes the line, turning darkness into light, which concludes the poem. This likely refers to revealing the word of God, since the monk was most likely studying the Bible.
There are several theories as to who wrote this poem. Some include a student monk who wrote the poem on the back of some practice work, an older monk who wrote it into the margins of official work, even at risk of getting in trouble, a renegade monk who had fallen out with the abbot and crept into this scriptorium to pen the poem in someone else's work. The poem also bears similarities to some of Sedelius Scotus's poems late in his later writings.
The majority of our sources were found using Google searches after using the database kept pulling up articles on a short story called The Scholar and His Cat, Pangur. The version of the poem we used was translated from the original Old Irish or Gaelic by Robin Flower. The majority of our sources were found using Google searches after use of the database kept pulling up
Wait, what am I saying? Is it ready? Refugee monk living in Rishwana.
There are several theories as to who wrote the